Say that again. What's my advice? I don't even remember what it was.
You had told me somewhat recently that your best results were intermittent fasting coupled with carnivore or keto. I forget which one you said.
That wasn't you guys. Sorry.
That's fine. So I started there for about the first month. And then I learned through experience that my body and lack of gallbladder is not super friendly with keto. So I had to switch it to a low carb, high.
It's one of those. Yeah.
No, it's
You said
low
it the
fat.
other day.
There we go. Low fat, high fiber, high protein.
If anyone wants to know why I eat carnivore, it's for that exact reason, because there's 1,000 diets, 1,000 ways. There's so many words. I only eat meat. It's fucking easy. It's really easy.
Well,
it's hard to screw that one
eggs.
up.
And that's what I found with the fasting too. It's easy. Like you don't have to choose. Okay, what should I eat? Just nothing. Just fucking don't eat until noon.
It's the reason why I always recommend fasting is like one of the first things you try when it comes to like, I just want to lose some weight, because like it's the easiest one to do in the sense that like you do less things.
Yeah.
Right? Eat less. Go out to less restaurants. Like do less. Spend less money. These are all kind of, I get it. It's hard. It's tempting. It's not easy. But like you are doing less. It should actually be easier. Right? You're doing less things.
Should.
I'm just saying.
I can't believe that you guys find that kind of, I don't know, the willpower to do less, I guess, is the thing that I apparently lack. Now, I'm getting bigger again since I moved to Vegas. Oh my God.
It's easy to do.
When I moved to Vegas 5 years ago, I was like 185. I was all right.
Yeah.
Now I'm back over 200, I think.
When the food is good, it's hard. It's hard to keep it off.
And we do have the best food here.
Yeah.
We are one of those places, yeah.
The giant variety. It used to be, 24 hours, but not since the pandemic. So that helps a little bit. 3 o'clock in the morning, I don't have 1,000 restaurants to pick from. But
900. There's still a lot of them. That's what I tell people about this place is like you'll never do everything. You'll never go to every restaurant, every show, and by the time you could have, there's new ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like,
oh yeah. And so no, big applause, big ups for Chris.
Thank you.
yeah, hell yeah, dude. 20 plus pounds. That's impressive.
Fantastic.
Only 60 to go. No?
Yeah, I was gonna say, is there a number? You got a goal in mind?
Not really. Just kind of when I stop hating myself, when I see myself on camera, I think we're good.
Dude, let me tell you that is the worst, because like, okay, so I switched over my website. It used to be thebasis.net a couple years ago, and now it's Jayme's Base Academy. So like I have to switch everything over, replace the branding. It's not that hard, but I'm looking at hundreds and hundreds of videos of myself from 2010, 11, 12, 13. Back when every video started with, "Hey guys, okay, so what we're gonna do today is," like just everything. You watch yourself from 15 years ago. You're like, shut the fuck up. Stop talking. Stop playing. Stop everything. What are you wearing? Actually, the funny thing is I'm wearing a lot of the same shit. But, like, it is so hard to, go over old footage of yourself. Especially for me, like, I get into shape in 2013. So 2008, 9, 10, 11, and 12, like, I look the worst I've ever looked in my life. Which is funny. I'm going to turn 40 this year, and 23 was the worst. You know what I mean? Like, 23 to 27 was like, ugh.
Yeah. For me, it was probably the earliest 30. 30 to 33 was like, God damn, I wish that I would scrub that video from the internet. You know? But I did find my, Jayme's got his red hat, and I found my thing. This was the first year at NAMM that I got recognized, not once, not twice,
like half
but
a dozen
6 times.
Yeah.
And you were wearing the jacket,
it's
right?
all about the jacket. Excuse me, are you the guy from the base channel? I'm like, yes, I am.
Yes, I
it's
am.
about time you recognize me and not Josh. I mean, again, love Josh, but he's the easy one to spot,
Yeah, well, you're on the other side of the camera most of the time.
Yeah, that's true. That's kind of where I prefer to be, but I've been kind of forced into the front.
I'm curious,
Don't forget his Joe Rogan voice.
The Joe Rogan voice.
Jayme, pull that up.
I'm my own young Jayme. Yeah, you're right. I got to pull up my own shit.
People say all the time, "Oh, this dude sounds like Joe Rogan" in the comments and stuff.
Yeah, and I never know if it's an insult or a compliment. So me...
Oh, you know what? I kind of hear it. All right.
Yeah. I guess so. I mean, if you want to talk about conspiracy stuff later, I mean, we can try.
Dave, how's your Alex Jones?
I've never tried.
You ever tried to do an Alex Jones?
I can.
He's like a Yosemite Sam, but without the Southern accent. You just stay angry the whole time. Holy fucking shit.
Yeah.
That's pretty much, that's Alex Jones. He's easy. He's the only impression.
Sandy Hook? You mean Sandy Crooks?
Yeah, we don't need to get canceled. Just him. Just him. We'll leave the quoting to him.
That's as close as I think I can ever get, because I've never tried to do Alex Jones before.
You are a voice actor, though, right? I mean, are you still pursuing
when I can
it?
get work? Am I what?
Are you still pursuing it?
Yeah, I am. Let's see. I was applied to be on the roster at Mixed Tone Studios recently, here locally.
Hell yeah.
In Vegas. But yeah, I mean, I did thanks to Chris's help. I did a couple of automotive products, kind of commercials, kind of things. Obviously, I do the channel stuff. Yeah, if somebody will give me work, I'll do it. I just really think voice acting is like super fun. I always wanted to, when I was younger, I wanted to be a radio guy. Right, wanted to be like a radio DJ. Grew up listening to Don and Mike and the Grease Man and shit like that. And
the Grease Man.
Yeah,
I love morning radio. For us, it was Mark and Brian and Kevin and Bean. But it's always it's the same
Wait,
shit.
hold on. Is this gonna go?
What is it?
What's happening here?
Come on.
Did you say something?
Oh, this is the raw.
Oh, okay. All right.
What?
Hold on. This is your Space Sam.
Hold it with your left hand. You're coming up
dear
your face right now.
Oh,
You can still hold it, Mike. What is this?
Space Sam, walk and win.
I was doing an audition.
Space Sam, walk and win.
I was doing an audition for a slot machine
For Space Sam.
For Space Sam. Yeah.
so
wow.
we did like 15 takes
Yeah.
of like just slight different cadences, you know?
And
Yeah.
there was the other one that was supposed to be the old 49er prospector, big boom. that kind of talking about the old prospector redneck voice.
I did one of
that.
those sessions back in like 2006-07 when like I was the only person that had a laptop with Logic or Pro Tools, whatever I got first. And
Cakewalk.
yeah, someone was just like, "Hey, I got it was for cars, for micro machines, cars." I just remember you had to talk really fast. And I was
Oh
like,
yeah, like John
this is
Machida.
before we had we were speeding things up and whatnot. And so the hardest thing was just like it had to be 17 seconds. But if you looked at the copy, it was just like, my God, dude. I mean, it was the first time I got into slicing. I learned what the scissor tool was. Like, oh yeah, we cut things, we move them around.
Hey, Dracula.
Dracula's gonna come up there and sit
Come
with
on,
you guys.
man.
That's
You
right.
didn't know this, but you're
Come
in
on,
his
buddy.
you're in his chair right now. Dracula, come on
That's
up.
all good.
He tastes the
Up.
jalapeno. He's like, is
Up.
that
Okay,
tequila?
bud.
Good
Is that
boy.
jalapeno
boy.
infused tequila?
That's a good boy.
Yeah,
Yes,
Dracula's he's in almost
Yes,
every
sir.
single episode.
He is.
I
Well,
gotta
it's
get
'cause he's
Sonny
the
in
best boy.
more videos.
Studio dog. Gotta have a studio dog.
Yes.
Yeah.
They're the best.
I'm just always afraid of my phone number, on his collar, getting on
What do
camera.
I taste like? That's good.
Oh, there he goes.
Yeah, take his collar off. Yeah, he's walking around.
Yeah, that's true.
The most surreal thing though was this year watching the Super Bowl,
Dracula, come here later.
and one of the commercials that comes on the Super Bowl is a commercial I auditioned for.
Oh no shit.
Yeah. It was the not to brag, it was the urinary test commercial.
Oh hell yeah.
They're hey, sign up for this.
Did you find yourself mouthing the words while you were like, "Hey, I know what he's
Needless
about
to
to
say,
say"?
he was pissed when he didn't get it.
A little bit. It took me probably 15 seconds, and I was like, "Hey, wait a minute."
Yeah.
It reminds
That
me of
was-
that clip. I don't know if it's real, but this lady who's presumably a very small time actress is got her friends and family together to watch her part on the new CSI or whatever CBS show.
Uh-huh.
And she flips out because she's like, they replaced me with the Hawktua girl. And, and so I just feel like that would be Dave. Like, they fucking replaced me with
Yeah.
Dude, I remember it wasn't a commercial that I was auditioning to be in a band that was for some reason that for this commercial they needed music, right? And so as I was watching the commercial years later, I was like, oh yeah, Eliquis. I remember that was one of the things I auditioned for. And it was also one of the medications that Sarah was on at the time because
There you go.
while she was going through, Sarah, my wife, while she was going through chemotherapy, they put her on 1,000 different things because her resting heart rate was 120. Well, the side effect of this one lowers heart rates, but it thins blood, so you got to be on this one. So she's on 9,000 different things,
To
right?
balance,
And I just
yeah.
remembered Eliquis. So yeah, that was we used it for blood thinning. I have no idea what the fuck it's actually for. Don't quote me, right? I don't need to go to jail. But you know what I mean? Like it was one of those things where oh yeah, I recognize that. And it wasn't until the end, right? Because here's the thing, when you watch those commercials and you're like, side effects include, and then they list off the most horrible thing,
Oh, yeah.
diarrhea from the eyeballs. Whatever the fuck is going to happen to you. You're like, who would go on this medication? And I was like, we were on that stuff 2 years ago before this commercial came out. Like, I didn't know about any of those side effects. Oh, they found out about that from you, right? Like, you're on the trial for it. That's where it all comes from.
Huh.
That was the first time I realized, like, oh, some people just don't know about the side effects because they haven't found out about them yet.
Yeah.
That's the group we were in.
They just have to list anything that had a result. I think like more than
probably
one. I think
now say it
has
in
to
your
be-
Alex Jones voice, and I'll believe you.
See, now I remember your rant from a couple
They
years
make
ago.
this stuff purposely.
Jayme had a rant a couple years ago where he's like, side effects aren't real. That's just what the medication does.
Well, if you think about it,
Yeah,
a side effect is a marketing term.
exactly.
Drugs and money and things that are like amoral, whatever, like they just are. So yeah, that drug has all of those effects. We're selling it because we say we want you to think it mostly does this, but like it does all of these other
Yes,
things.
we're hoping the help outweighs the harm for you.
Yeah, exactly. Right. So yeah, it's just one of those things. Doesn't every time I hear it, I'm like, ooh, that's good marketing. That's good marketing.
Yeah.
It really worked.
Yeah. Oh, I bet they made a lot of money.
Probably. You know, it makes me on the one hand, it makes me glad that I'm in music. Because it's like, at least I don't have to deal with that bullshit and real stuff. You know, like I just got to deal with like, oh, the notes are wrong. It's buzzing. Oh no, take my eyes. Like there's other things. You know, actually that was something I would always do at clinics. At some point, someone would ask a question about nerves. Like how do you deal with stage fright, nerves, and that kind of stuff. And I'd just be like, doctors, policemen, and firemen, raise your hands. At least 3 or 4 or 5 go up. And it's like, what happens if you fuck up at work? And they're like, somebody dies, or I die, or like really bad things happen. And I'm like, yo,
What
I get
happens when I
fired.
fuck up at work.
Yeah, if I make a mistake, the worst thing that happens is like I'm not invited back on stage. It's not so bad. I'll take this job over yours any day of the week, man. Nobody's coming to me to stay alive.
I mean, nine times out of 10, anybody would take your job over theirs.
Well, you would say that, but then like this right here, public speaking, isn't that number 1? Number 2, fear in the world is dying. Number 1 is public speaking.
The fear of public speaking is
Isn't
worse
it?
than the fear of dying?
I'm almost positive that that's true.
That's
Hold on.
insane.
Let's look that up. See, I'm my own young Jayme now.
I mean, that's probably skewed.
Is the fear of public speaking... That's a stupid way to... Are people more afraid of public speaking than they are of death? Of course it didn't record me. God damn it. Are people more afraid of public speaking than dying? That has to give us an answer. Yes, for many, the fear of public speaking, glossophobia, okay, it's got a real word, so you know it's real, is more frequently reported than fear of death. Okay, so it's reported, right? I'm sure more
Weird.
people are actually afraid of dying, but
I'm sure that number is skewed because apparently all of the, the Gen Zs just don't want to exist anyway.
pretty much.
Or the Gen Alphas.
Whichever one's
some
coming up
group
right
of
now.
young people, I don't know who.
Which one are you? You Gen Xer?
I'm Gen X. I'm, I guess, the old fart in the bunch. But
And Brad.
that plays into my entire story about how I got into playing. So I will save some of that.
No,
for
let's go there
when we
right
talk
now.
about that.
Tell me about it. What was it like growing up in the 1800s?
Holy shit! In the 1800s.
No,
Hold
no,
on,
I
hold
do.
on.
But not the 1800s, but I always say something like, I was just hanging
In
out
the
with.
1900s.
Yeah, I was just hanging out with
was-
my nieces and nephews. We were in Florida, went to Universal Studios.
Oh, they were born in like
Yeah,
05.
Did the whole thing.
Oh.
No. That would put them in their 20s.
Oh, shit,
These
yeah.
kids are, the oldest one,
God damn.
okay, my oldest niece is 18, but this one, they were like 10, 12, and 15. But either way, like some song was on, like, oh, I remember when this song came out. Because, you know, their parents and I, we were friends. Like, remember back in the 1900s? It's 1999 or
I
whatever.
used to drink with Frank Sinatra.
But you're
But
like,
no, we
it was
are
the 1900s. It was
we are
1900
living
something.
exactly where we grew up learning about history. Oh, this guy was born in 1864, right at the end of the Civil War. And
Yeah.
blah, 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 or right in the middle of the Civil War. And we are now those people born in the 60s, 70s, 80s, 90s of the previous century. And it's starting to feel a little fucked up.
Yeah, a little bit.
Yeah, I mean, so I am very slightly older than Star Wars. So
Only by a year or two.
So no, 2 weeks.
Okay,
I am
nice.
2 weeks older than Star Wars.
77's a good year.
So. And therefore, by the time I got around to being interested in playing instruments, I was 14. It was 1991. Right? Previous to this, I was into like 80s rap. I still love 80s rap. Back when all that anybody rapped about was how good they could rap.
And everything started with an introduction of who they were and what they were about to say.
And they're here to say.
It was so formal. I loved it. It's the same as like
great.
the Wolfman wore slacks and a button up, dude. Like classy monsters, you know? Like the further back you go, it's like, oh yeah, they were at least presentable.
That's right. I think I saw that guy at Trader Vic's. His hair was perfect.
Yeah, probably. Yeah.
That's an old song joke.
It might be.
That was a Werewolves of London joke.
Oh.
Yeah. Anyways, so 91 rolls around, and it's, 91 for music. It is Nirvana. It is Pearl Jam. It is Metallica's Black Album. It is. And then I got a guitar for Christmas from my parents, from my mom and my dad, even though my mom and dad had already been divorced for like a dozen years or whatever. So I learned to play guitar at 14 years old, listening to nothing but Kurt Cobain and James Hetfield and the like. So that is, Chris loves that.
I know about one of those.
About one of the what?
I know about one of those.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. So I spent all of high school kind of, just in that grunge and grunge adjacent, right? At some point I was into like The Cure and the Depeche Mode and all that stuff. And then that
more of the gothy things
blended into like industrial. I actually didn't land on metal until a few years later, because I had just never really given metal a try earnestly outside of like Metallica's Black Album, which even then was probably the most mainstream a metal album had been, I'd say. But then when I was 18, a few years later, then I got a copy of Chronicles by Rush.
Oh, yeah.
Oh.
And that made me a bass player. That made me go, that didn't make me a bass player. It made me want to be a bass player.
Is that the game changer for you?
And so, yes, specifically the game changer for me would probably be Red Barchetta. And I say that because even more than Tom Sawyer, even more than Spirit of Radio, I'd say Spirit of Radio and Tom Sawyer are probably their two radio hits in the 90s and 2000s.
Yeah.
And then you had Limelight, and then you had Red Barchetta, and those would play slightly less frequently. But Red Barchetta was like the whole enchilada on bass. And the guitar work on it was great, but the bass was the driver. The bass was the engine room and the hood ornament at the same time. So that's, I would say, Red Barchetta. And it is, anybody who's seen the bass channel knows that I am the least, say competent / talented player on the channel. And that's because I learned 30 years ago, and I stopped getting better at about 3 or 4 years. So I'm kind of stuck,
29.
stuck in limbo. For in terms of playing, but so I can play all the different parts of the song, but I still can't play the song end to end because the transitions and the linking bits and stuff, I just never been able to sit down and make myself go through. Problem with me is mostly that I'm self-taught on every instrument that I play. I don't know very much about theory. I don't know enough about theory to improvise most of the time. So I was relegated to growing up playing, in bands that were either doing covers or doing originals that we actually wrote, composed, arranged, and went. And so when I would play gigs, I would do probably 50% covers, 50% originals, especially in the rock band that I was in the mid-aughts. Before that, in the 90s, I was in like a dark wave gothy band, but I was doing guitars. I did the synthesizer programming. I did the sequencer programming, wrote all the drums and, all that stuff. And I didn't really get down to focus on just playing bass until that band in the 2000s. And
It's funny. I was literally saying the opposite. Like, something was going wrong during one of my live streams that I was doing with students. So I'm over here like figuring out like why isn't the routing the something? I was like, fuck, man, I wish I could just go back to playing bass. Like when all I was the bass player and I didn't have to run cameras or music direct tracks, like whatever the extra things are. Like just being a musician, like that was only a sliver of time in my life where all I did was play bass. And it was nice because I got to get a lot of practice in and get a lot of reps. But like most of us, we're just kind of riding the coattails of all that effort we put in at one point because I don't have 10 hours a day to do just that anymore. And if I did have 10 hours a day to work on something, 30 minutes of them is on that. None of that shit's paying the bills this month. So I got to focus on something, you know what I mean? Like you just run out of time to do that. So that's what I always tell younger players is just like, man, be thankful for the practice time. It's kind of like say thank you to your homework. You're like, yeah, sure. But like, really, you're not going to be able to practice one day. Or the only time you're going to be able to practice is in front of people, on a stage, in front of a camera. Like right now, grab that bass. I'll do the same. And show me Red Barchetta, because I'm not going to lie, I don't even know what song you're talking about. I thought I knew, and then you said Limelight, and I was like, oh no. I'm thinking of Limelight. I don't even know what song you mean. So
all right.
I know that you do when you hear it. You're like, oh, that fucking song.
Yeah.
I'm on the
Everybody
channel
knows this.
marked bass.
Oh, that would be my
I think
cue
I'm
to
recording right now.
turn that up.
Yeah, and then Dave, you'll be on the one
Jayme, give me a
AC
little more
guitar.
bass. Oh, there we go.
And Dave, yeah, let me hear your good bass.
Your
I
acoustic
might
bass.
need to gain you up. Yeah, keep going.
There we go.
And you're all like that's active. I mean passive, right? Like you're
Yeah, it's all
points up. All right, so show me Red Barchetta. Which one is that?
Oh man. And you know what? I think you are saying it right. I think Barchetta is.
Is not Barchetta?
No, it's not. It is
It should be Barchetta. Yep.
I say it the Canadian way.
And by the way,
which is apropos because it's Rush.
for anybody who doesn't know what that is, he's talking about a Ferrari.
Oh no shit.
Yep. The Ferrari Barchetta. I mean, he's talking about it in of course in red, in Rosso red.
And
So someone that
just
goes like this.
No. That's why
It's not
Z.
that one. Okay, so which one are we doing? I've
So
never
the
played that
guitar.
before.
The guitar
Yeah.
starts out with.
What are you
doing
doing?
that.
What harmonics are
So
those?
So it's 12 on the G, and then 7 on the A, D, and then 12 on the A,
That's it right there.
and then the fourth go round, because they wrote it like a Kirk Hammett riff. On the fourth go round, it's. So that's a tougher one because it's harmonics on the 4 and 5.
Is that it? Shit.
The very last one is the
This is
fourth.
gonna drive everyone crazy. It's
Yeah,
just like
yeah.
the same
Oh,
four
God.
notes
It's
in
gonna
different
sound-
orders.
So the last one is the 4th on the G.
Gotcha. Nice. I like it.
But then of course the bass comes in.
Nice.
Yeah.
Sing it, Chris. Take it. Don't stop.
No one knows about.
So I mean, is this really going to be like a tutorial? Because this is.
No, of course not.
Oh, okay. Because like what?
No, the way I would play that song.
That's pretty much it.
See, I don't even play it right. See.
That's That's the same song, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay,
yes.
so I am a Rush fan, believe me, but like I'm not nearly as dived into their catalog.
You're not as autistic as I am about it.
Well, in general, I don't know song names. I can't even tell you the name of like my favorite songs and what, you know, whatever my what do I call these? Game changer. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like for me, I feel like that's the best way to put it, because it's like you used to see the instrument one way, and then you heard this, or you played it, or you figured it out, whatever it was, and you were like, oh no, that's not what music is. That's not what bass is. Like you know what I mean? Like it changed the game for you. You can swing that around too if you don't want to lean into it.
No, I know. I'm just
For me,
trying to.
one of the game changers I was thinking of.
Thank you all for showing up, hanging out today. We're glad that you're enjoying the show, but first just let us say, bye, my fucking bird. I know it's funny, but we fucking need your money, so go. Bye, my fucking bird. So many goodies, buy a beanie or the hoodie. Making a living ain't easy, it's true. So get a fucking shirt and join the Patreon too. Buy my fucking merch. Buy some fucking merch.
Trying to.
One of the game changers I was thinking of, and I give a different answer every time, but I very specifically remember learning Schism by Tool. Like, not learning it because I never looked at tabs ever. I've never looked at tabs since. There's only one song I've ever looked at tabs for. Everything else, I either tried to learn it by ear. You don't have to tune, bro. Just turn your volume off. It's fine. Just so you don't buzz. You just don't need to buzz. Whatchamacallit? Fuck, what was I saying?
Schism.
Schism, right. Oh yeah, like I wouldn't look at tabs. I would just try to figure it out, and I didn't care if I was correct or not, because I'm not interested in learning it the right way. I'm just kind of interested in like what did I learn from the music, whether it was in there or not. You know what I mean? So the first time I heard that song, what I heard was
All right.
I heard the triplet, but I heard him just going like
It was
because I was
close enough,
like,
right?
he's going between this one, and I know it was getting to that 12th fret. So I was like, there's only one thing he can do. He's got to just like do a couple notes into it, and I was doing that.
Terribly far off.
Well, I was just hanging with a friend. He was like, hey, how come you're doing it like that instead of the open two hammer-ons? And I was like, what are you talking about? He goes, well, the song actually goes, right, this open string and then two hammer-ons, and then you play it, and you're playing like that's not how it goes. Oh my God. And it wasn't just like I can get 2 extra notes of whatever. The problem I was having when I listened to it was you could hear there was a smack on all 3 notes. Dot, dot, dot. I'm playing with flat rounds right now, right? But like my way, it's too soft. Because those notes are close together.
Yep.
Open, pluck, pluck, open, hammer, hammer, whatever it is like there's still a smack to the notes. That's how he does it. So anytime.
Yep.
Like that was just a lesson I learned of just like, ba-da-ga, open, hammer, hammer, and then hit your note.
I did.
Like it works every single time you want it to.
Yeah. I ended up in about 2005. I ended up writing a bass line to this song in my band that I kind of did the slap trick with that of starting with an
open hammer. Yeah.
Doing those.
Turn it back on so I can hear
quadruplets.
Yeah.
Turn on all 3 volumes.
All of them need to be turned on.
Well,
it's all passive.
It's all passive.
Volume,
These are
volume,
just volume.
Exactly. And then 3-way switches that are series parallel.
What do you guys call that bass again? A Thunder Horse?
This is the
this is the special Saint Anger edition of the Thunder Horse.
So you guys have your own signature bass for the channel, and this is it, right?
Yeah. So the first iteration was a Thunderbird in the neck, P, and then a J.
That's right.
Which
this
is still
was
my favorite.
This was iteration 2, which is this triple Music Man all the way down.
Nice.
And I was going to tell you, Chris, about, because I've been playing this bass for a couple days to get used to the electronics, and I like it best in series, single.
Yeah.
Which is exactly what the original with the P and the J
Makes a
were.
lot of, yeah.
So I'm just playing them in series single.
But yeah, this is the triple version, or the version as I call it. But I had this painted to mimic the album art of St. Anger.
No shit.
Yeah.
Oh wait, look at the back.
Aye. Okay, I get it.
Isn't that the
get
nerdiest thing
it.
you've ever seen?
That's you're the only one that has that, right?
Precisely. So it was originally gonna just because that the majority of that album's in drop C. So I was gonna just have this as a drop C bass, but I sweat battery acid, so I have to play Elixir, and so I took it to NAMM, put normal strings on it, and now it's just standard 45 to 105, and
It's nice.
Aside from the
super
hilariousness of the paint job, it's a fucking awesome sounding bass.
Hey, play your. What was a game changer for you? Hand the bass over to Chris. Let's hear
Okay,
it.
I have two.
Two. Okay, you're allowed to have two.
So I can either do the super on the nose obvious one, or I can do the actual one. But the actual one's not a real song.
Okay, I'm interested in both.
Okay, so we'll start with the easy on the nose, the one that everyone expects me to do.
Oh yeah. I never heard the. Okay, so
So the little
I
pull
got
off.
the-
Oh yeah. So start.
yeah, so that I knew that part. But you did a do-do-do-do-do.
Yeah, so the nerdy part of that is that when you watch the Some Kind of Monster bass auditions, Trujillo does a little pull off.
Ah, shit.
So that part, the first time I heard that, I was probably 11 or 12 years old the first time I heard that. No
Badass.
clue it was a bass, right? Then as I got a little older, I started playing. I'm a drummer first, I'm a guitar player 2nd, I'm a videographer third, and I'm a bass player last. But when I started kind of becoming aware of how the different instruments work and like, holy shit, that's a bass, then, the second part, the guitars are still doing the as out of tune as that is, the F sharp to E thing.
Yeah.
But the bass is walking. And it just repeats
still a
that.
great
Then the
line.
guitars follow and they do the same thing.
Right.
And it's just so cool how it sets up the next part. But I think just, that section that high with that much distortion played the way that he played it. It's just, it's the most recognizable thing probably in their catalog in terms of bass outside of maybe King Nothing. But yeah, I don't know. That was just a huge revelation for my little 12-year-old brain to be like, that's a bass?
And Chris,
the Seinfeld
Yeah,
instrument?
right.
Chris, you know what it is? It's the same thing that I was saying about Getty and Red Barchetta. He's the engine room and the hood ornament,
Yes.
doing the fancy shit up
Definitely.
front, especially in the very beginning of the song.
Yeah.
Because
I-
YYZ
yeah.
is another one, but I can't play it. But there's so many, but that's the most on the nose for a Saint Anger bass. My goodness, almost.
Which is funny, like that's exactly the reason I got into punk rock, is because like for Metallica, like that song's called Orion, right?
That's For Whom the Bell Tolls.
For Whom the Bell Tolls. Shit. Well, Orion's another bass one, isn't it?
Yeah.
So
That's
I'm
an
not
instrumental.
saying like there's only one.
Yeah,
There's
no,
only
definitely
two.
not.
But like when it comes to like metal, it is not very common that the bass kind of does the cool thing, or
yeah.
it's like, whoa, that's a bass. Whereas in punk rock, it's like almost every other song.
The two that stick out for
You know
me
what I
is
mean?
Maxwell Murder and The Idiots Are Taking Over. Those two are
Idiots Are Taking Over. That's the I
is
can't
so
play
good.
that one.
I don't know how it's like a weird sweet pick on two strings.
Yeah. Right? Yeah, I fake it. Yeah. That's not helping.
I was just making sure I was in tune.
I don't got it.
It's like a weird,
Not
like,
a good time to be sober.
yeah. I
Now
love
the
that.
idiots have taken over.
That was the first NoFX album I ever heard.
Is there an answer?
Mensa membership conceding.
And the best thing about it too is like if it's out of tune and it's out of time and it's not correct and it's sloppy, like good.
Yeah.
That's punk rock. It's not supposed to be perfect and like it's supposed to be rough around the edges because the whole thing is about fuck you, not about how good you are.
Yeah.
It's not about how good it sounds. It's more about fuck you than it is anything else. And that's what I love about the genre. Is I don't want to say it's inclusive and that like because that's kind of a buzzy thing. But like literally anyone is welcome as long as you can say fuck you. Do you have someone to say fuck you to? You can be in my punk band. You don't need to be a good drummer. You don't play anything yet? How good's your fuck you though? Fuck you! Hey, you're in. Come on, you're on my stage. Let's go. You know what I mean? It's an inclusive genre in that God, everyone feels that way about something. Pick up an instrument and now make some noise with it. You know what I mean? Like,
hell yeah.
That's
what do they say? 4 chords and the truth.
Hey, someone's got to do it. But you know what I mean? Like that's what I gravitated towards punk rock for, especially like Green Day's Dookie. I mean, like simple. Oh, man, what's going on in that one? Billy Joe's just, just power chords.
But I tell you, Mike and Trey are massively talented players.
I can sit down is what I need to do.
And I feel like Dirt's bass lines are like more complicated than some of those songs deserve.
Right. Well, because that's what the bass in punk does. It dances around because the drums are playing fast and the guitars are holding power chords. They're a singing band, so that's not always the case. But like Billy Joe's busy singing. So if there's any dancing around the line, if there's any walk that's going to get you to the next chord,
it's going to be
any kind of riff. The bass player does it. Listen to Rancid, listen to.
And I know Billy Joe is a good guitar player outside of like when he's just riffing and play. He's a pretty good player, but when I heard that album especially. It's the only Green Day album that I've ever actually owned. I've heard, the older ones and the newer ones, and the only one I ever actually owned and like spent time with was Dookie, and I was like, man, this bass player is fucking great, like the whole time. So, I mean, it's punk to break the rules, so it's punk to be a fucking massively talented player in a punk outfit.
Well, that's what I mean. It all works. It all works.
Yeah.
The only thing that needs to be in it is how angry are you? How fucking pissed are you? You know what I mean? Like, as long as you've got, like, Fat Mike will tell you, like, oh, I'm just here to piss people off. You're damn good at it. Like, just keep doing that. That's his way to say fuck you, is just to keep pissing off whoever it is that's listening.
Yeah.
Right? And it doesn't matter what side of whatever argument you're on. No. I'm just here to piss you off. That's my job. That's Fat Mike's job. Right? It's like, he even wrote a song about it.
Nice.
Yeah, he did.
Yeah, that dude's so fun.
Yeah. I really hope that one of these days at the Punk Rock Museum, like, I'll run into him. I don't know.
That'd be so
Because
cool.
I know he's here in Vegas now.
Yeah.
Yeah. He's
He'd
not
be
in
like,
San
hey,
Francisco
Fat
anymore.
Mike. He'd be like, fuck you.
Mission accomplished. He pissed off Dave.
Yeah, that's the funny thing with a lot of the punk stuff. I can't, because I suck so much with a pick. Like, it influenced me a lot, and I got a lot of those like game changing moments. But like, I literally just I don't have good picking techniques. So like, I always had to like emulate it with my fingers, because like Pennywise, there's a song off Full Circle. This is the guitar part, and everyone comes in. Ba da 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 da.
Yeah.
Bass. And then the whole band's in right at that spot.
Yeah.
But like
Nice.
the bass player just goes da 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 stop. Bum, 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 bum. Don't know what's gonna happen. And da 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 da. Everyone's in just the guitar. And you're like,
I like shit like that.
What's gonna happen? Da 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 da. The whole band's in, right? That intro, like, that was one that changed my game, because it was just like da 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 da. It was one of those like 2 fret, 2 fret, 2 fret, 2 fret.
Yeah.
Oh, that's an easy lick to play, but it's all about the timing, right? Because like, he could do that anywhere throughout the song. It really wasn't that important. It sounded cool because it came after da 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 nothing.
Yeah.
No one's doing anything.
Yeah, that's dope. That is super
It's got to
cool.
be the bass player. It's not going to be the drummer. It's not going to be the guitar player. Not in these bands. You know what I mean? It's like, if ever there's going to be a cool line, it's always the bass. But like, that was the hard thing for me, is I wanted to play them on a pick, and I just couldn't fucking do it.
See, my exposure to punk music was so sparse and kind of all over the place. Like, it was Sex Pistols, Ramones, like
I
DRI.
was second generation punk.
Okay.
So like 90s skater punk, NoFX, Pennywise, hey, respect for Bad Brains and Black Flag and everything that came before.
Yeah.
But the same with metal. I mean, you guys know, like, I'm not a fan of Metallica, Megadeth, but I love the bands that grew up listening to those guys.
Yeah.
So you I gotta respect Misfits.
That's
I just don't have to enjoy it. It's fine.
No.
You know?
See,
not for me.
Misfits is earnestly my favorite punk band.
Really?
Uh-huh.
Wow.
I celebrate their entire catalog.
I know like 2 of their songs, and it's fine. I don't hate on it, but like I get it. That what it really is like I love AFI, and every time I hear Davey Havok do it, I'm like, I know where he got that from. Right? He's ripping off Danzig, and they've even done a lot of Misfits songs. So it's like without Misfits, I don't get AFI. Okay, it's fine.
So like
I get it.
Like 20 years ago, I got a bootleg copy of Art of Drowning.
That's a good one too.
And I was like, I've never heard a punk band be this like hugely bombastically musical before.
Yeah.
Like it was different to
That one
me.
had
It had a different vibe altogether. Yeah.
And then like the thing I love about Davey Havok is like he has such a clear voice, but sing his lyrics. Do you know what he's singing?
No,
not
a clue.
He's like, what are you saying? You're not screaming and distorting your voice.
Yeah.
You're just not enunciating. So I have no idea what the fuck you're saying, dude.
Yeah, no, it's you took a 33 and a third record of Deftones and put it on 78.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, just a little bit.
Like what the
sped up.
fuck? No,
I still cannot get into Deftones. I'm trying to find the song
Bro.
for me, and I have not
Yeah,
found it.
It's
dude,
not for me
Carpenter's
either.
guitar tone is always fucking awesome.
And every
all
drummer
I can
loves
say.
that snare drum. I won't knock it. Like I said, I get it. If you grew up on Deftones and like I like your music, then fine. I like Deftones too. But like not my jam. I tend to fall asleep on Deftones.
Me too.
Very sleepy music.
I had to play one of them, and I'm just like, I don't know where we are.
Which
in the song?
Which song did you have to play?
Be Quiet and Drive.
Yeah.
Can't just fly.
Have you ever heard their acoustic album?
I don't want to.
It's the same, but just worse out of tune because
Wow,
acoustics
wow.
don't do
But
drop
yeah,
B very
because
well.
like it's such a dramatically different style than the classic kind of Metallica, Slayer, Megadeth
Right.
that I know and love. I don't know where the difference. Like, what is the chorus to that song? I don't really know. And so
No.
here I am playing it, going, "What part of the song are we in?" You know, and Chase is doing a pretty good job going, but like.
See, there's 2 things that happened in metal that I don't think get enough credit, and it's Rammstein.
Oh,
Yeah,
God,
fuck yeah, I love that riff.
Rammstein and Rob Zombie. I can't think
fuck.
of any like iconic bass lines, but what I love that
You need
they
a B
did,
string for a lot of zombies. Though.
yeah, they brought groove to metal in a way that hadn't been done yet. Not like
Dude,
metal
Black
doesn't
Sunshine.
have pocket.
Dude, Black Sunshine.
Black Sunshine?
That bass riff.
Which one's that?
White Zombie.
Play it.
And the drums like ta, 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 ta. It's like a driving song.
Exactly.
Right? Because it's about a car. You know, it's
All they did, they just put like not breakbeat, not dance, not hip hop. They just put a groove
It's
and
more
a swagger
industrial.
behind it.
Like with those 2 you mentioned, it's a little bit more of an industrial flavor to it.
Well, Rammstein more marchable.
Sure.
Yeah. All their stuff is straight.
Yeah.
Rob Zombie just has like a swagger, loose groove. But like,
I mean, I should say, yeah.
yeah, I love it. It's so cool.
Yeah.
It is so like you. It's the same thing. Like when you hear Rage Against the Machine, you're like, that's just you. Anyone else who's doing that, you're like, oh, you're trying to sound like Rage. Well, it's hip hop, funk, rock and roll, punk. Like it's fusion. Nope. It's Rage Against the Machine. Because I can hear anyone as soon as they start doing the rageisms, whether it's in the riff, whether it's in the scream or the rap, it's just like, nope, there's only one person who sounds that way, and it ain't you. And everyone knows what you're trying to emulate.
It's the
right now.
angriest funk music ever.
Yeah. Well, I think they're the best fusion band. Like they're a true fusion band. They took punk rock, funk, metal, rock and roll, hip hop, and really, really like
and hippie protest music.
Yeah, and very, very intentional messaging.
Hell yeah.
Right? Like these are all things that like did not exist in one form.
Okay.
They put them all together. I mean, like that's like what Return to Forever did, where they're like, ooh, we'll take jazz changes, but we'll put in electronic instruments and we'll throw them over pop progressions and forms.
Yep.
What does that do? I mean, that creates jazz fusion, right? But like up until that point, probably everyone, all the jazzers were like, there's no double bass. There's no horn section. This isn't swing.
Man.
Where's the 2 and 4, man? Like, come on, where is it, right? Like, fusion's always supposed to piss off every genre that it fuses together because you're taking the things from them that
that's not
that they-
real.
Oh
Insert
man,
genre
fusion
here.
genre mashups
Exactly.
is my favorite shit. So yeah, throw me a cover in a weird genre. There's a bossa nova cover of Paint It Black out there by a band called Sixth Finger, and Sixth Finger.
Okay,
and it just fucking rocks. It is really chill. There's the jazz guitar in the solo and in all the little transitions and shit. It's fantastic.
Nice.
The lady's got a heavy accent. So, the girl singing has a heavy accent. So the cut time, I guess the pre-chorus, I see the girls walk by dressed in their summer clothes. That part's kind of.
I don't know words to anything.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
the words
I forgot.
with lyrics.
Jayme is a fantastic musician who has zero knowledge.
Well, that's
the details.
That's why I have room for the music.
Yeah, that's
I mean, if you think about
that's
it-
fucking amazing, dude.
I mean, think about it. You only have like 100% capacity. So if I'm remembering titles, years the record came out, what else? Like I've only got so much room
Yeah,
for
that's
this.
that's all the kind of stuff that I know.
I'm not saying that like you shouldn't do those things. I'm just
Sure.
saying if I knew all that stuff, I wouldn't know how to play because instead of remembering how it goes, I would be remembering other things. You know, I've never met anyone who can do everything. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You spend your time on this and it shows. You spend your time on that and it shows. But you can't spend your time on both of them. No one's got 48 hours in a day.
That's the problem.
know?
That's my problem. Then I'm doing too many things.
You spend your time Rain Manning track lists.
I've got 4.5
release dates.
jobs, and
It shows.
Well, yeah, that's honestly, I feel like as I'm approaching 40, I'm still 39. I'm still in my 30s. But you know what I mean? Like as it's coming around the corner, it's like,
man.
it's like that's what happens at this decade is like I have to slow down certain things, speed up other things. You know what I mean? It's like, fuck, man, there's just not enough time. I'm running out. And it's not like I'm afraid I'm dying soon. But you know what I mean? It's like, the clock's only going in one direction. And when I was 19 or 23, you didn't think about 10 years. 10 years was 29 ago. That wasn't that far. 29 was 10 years ago. 10 years goes by faster. And you do the math. It's going to be another 10 years and 10 years. Fuck.
Bro,
they never stop. They never stop coming at you.
29 is 3 months shy of 20 years ago for me.
Oof.
Yeah, don't remind me.
I'm just saying. I'm just saying. You know, like this decade, I'm seeing that in my life. It's like, the most important thing now is like finding the things that actually matter.
Oh, for
that's
sure.
That's where you focus the time. And the times of people saying, "Oh, that's really important. You should focus on that." I hear those voices less. Not that they're not shouting. It's just I don't fucking hear you. Whatever you're doing, it doesn't matter because I know you have all the wrong answers. You know what I mean? When you're younger, you get pulled in a lot of different directions. Oh, they said I should do this. Well, he said that. Well, a real musician would do this. It's not until you've fallen down a whole bunch of times you're like, no. Fuck what everyone else is saying. I know the path because, I'm here. I made it this far, but nothing that the naysayers are saying is going to help at all, so don't focus on the shit that's not working for you, I don't know. That's what I'm realizing more and more.
Just trying to lighten up everything, right? Like spring cleaning, but everything.
Absolutely.
Spring cleaning your hobbies, spring cleaning your commitments, spring cleaning your fucking everything.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That's what we should all probably end up doing because we'd all be a hell of a lot happier because we're all focused on shit that doesn't matter too much. I'm not going to get all, philosophical in here and stuff, but
no Plato, only Socrates.
Only Socrates is the dude.
He was
the dude. He
Actually,
famously said, "I drank what?"
Did you guys ever see the sequel? Or not not Bogus, but like the third one that came out a couple years ago? Bill and
Yes.
Ted?
Face the Music.
How was it?
It was okay.
Hey, what about Spinal Tap? Did you guys see the second Spinal Tap?
I did
No, but
not
Doug
yet.
told us it was fucking good.
I liked it. Okay,
Okay.
here's what I have to say about it. It was a good YouTube video, Amazon video, Netflix special. You know what I mean? Like it was
like
probably
most of
not a
the
good-
30+ year sequels.
Not a
was
good
probably-
blockbuster release.
75 minutes, 80 minutes total. You know what I
Oh,
mean? So like it's
wow.
not a long movie.
Okay.
Hour and a half at the most. But like it wasn't bad. It was just like you don't have much of a story other than we're coming back. And obviously it's not going to be great. and there won't be another one, right? Like that's the whole thing. They didn't have, this is like the first rock band mockumentary going into it, you know, but it was still a great movie. The jokes were still fantastic. There's, I don't know, 2 or 3 of them that you don't see coming and they're great.
All right.
But my whole thing was like, when I was there in the movie theater and I was like, this doesn't need to be seen in a movie theater. Like I know how much they spent advertising this.
Yeah.
You saw it on all the billboards and all the things like Amazon.
Not to go down a
YouTube,
side
Netflix.
note,
I think
but
that's what this should have been.
doesn't that feel like most movies now? Like when you
Just about.
nothing needs to be in a theater anymore. It doesn't feel like it's shot as dramatically as they were.
I was gonna say, are you guys way into movie theater? Like, does it make a difference for you? I like to smell the popcorn. That's it.
No, I like the sound a lot, and the thing that and I hope she
The
doesn't watch.
THX.
Yeah. But I also like the encouragement to remain free from distractions. I don't have the dog there going, I want a treat.
Yeah.
I don't have the phone going off or her phone going off or her talking to me. You know, it's just like we're both there's
You're pointing at me when you say her for.
Well, she usually sits on this side. But there's one objective, one goal in a movie theater where when you're at home, there's
Watch the
too many
fucking movie. God damn it.
I know, is that you would think that that's not that hard, but like
Sometimes it is.
sometimes it is.
Yeah.
So
I
I still appreciate that point.
I'll tell you what. If you guys haven't been, the Beverly Theater downtown.
The new Beverly.
That
You're talking about Tarantino's theater, right?
I don't know. I don't know if it's
The new Beverly in Beverly Hills.
No. Here on like 6th Street or whatever
Oh.
in downtown. It is one screen.
Yeah, that's Tarantino's.
It is. Oh, okay. All right.
So he has a theater on Melrose and Beverly, I think.
Okay, so actually
it's called
Beverly
the New
Hills,
Beverly.
right.
It's an old theater, like theater house, and yeah, he's got like 60 seats, one screen, only plays film. And when you go see movies, it's like usually double features. You see that hat up there that says an all-nighter on Elm Street? It's
Yeah.
right above your head,
Yeah.
Chris. I
just go
got
with
that.
Did they marathon the Elm Street
all of them,
movies?
all the
Nice.
way up to Wes Craven's New Nightmare. They did not play
Nice.
Freddy versus Jason.
I liked New
Right.
Nightmare a lot.
So check it out. It was a $20 ticket. Halfway through, they bring out donuts.
Oh,
and
you
then at
told
5
me
in the
about
morning,
this.
they bring out croissants
Yes.
and bagels. There's only 20 of us left. They started out with like 100 people or whatever.
People just dipped.
Yeah, and it was like $3 popcorns, $1 sodas. I'm doing the math, and like I was like, he
That's
doesn't want
pretty
to profit,
fantastic.
right? There's 2 seats in the back, always open. They're reserved for Tarantino and whoever else comes
Okay.
to do a thing. And then the trailers that you see for the movies are trailers that would have played at that time. So when you're watching, New Nightmare, that came out in 1994, 95. So you're watching trailers from 95 versus 87 when the other one comes out.
So the one here, I don't know if it is that deeply ingrained because I don't know if they do only film. I don't know if they, but it is one screen and like they've got a modern concession stand. But if you want popcorn, you have to buy a token, and then you put the token in the little box and grab your bucket of popcorn.
There you go.
On your way into the theater. And they played like a couple of years ago. We went and saw Die Hard on
Nice.
on Christmas Eve.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they
Stuff
do those
like
kind of
that,
things.
yeah.
Arnold marathons.
And we saw Napoleon Dynamite there with Q&A with the directors afterward.
Nice.
That was pretty dope.
Here in town at Beverly.
Yeah, in the just downtown, not too far from like Millennium Fandom, and the Pawn Stars Pawn Shop is also up in that area.
I would have to imagine it's branched off of Tarantino's place.
Probably
Sounds just like
I'd
it.
say probably, yeah. Well, we saw Last Dragon there. Show enough.
Left. What's that?
It's it's essentially the movie that inspired Wu-Tang, the Wu-Tang Clan. It's great. It's like a
Kung Fu movie?
black exploitation chopsaki kind of
Nice.
movie. Yeah.
I'm gonna get you, sucker, but better.
That's I think it's much better. It's cheesy and campy, and Shonuff is just the best character ever.
Nice.
He's got nothing on up top but football pads and a big like samurai top knot haircut, and he's
I love ridiculous.
absolutely
movies.
going to murder everybody. It's great.
That's
It's
my
fantastic.
favorite. Airplane.
UHF
Yes.
is one of my favorites.
UHF.
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
How about a drink from the firehouse? Dude, have you guys seen Weird Al live?
That was Kramer.
Yes.
That was Michael
Yep,
Richards, by
that
the
was.
way.
Have you guys seen Weird Al live?
I saw him in
No, but I wanna.
03.
Yeah.
We were looking at tickets the other day. It's like
Yeah, we're
$200
going.
a ticket.
Oh, we didn't get $200 tickets. No.
No, I bet.
More?
No, they were 90. We got
Okay.
yeah, but we got them back around Christmas
Okay.
at the Venetian, whatever that theater is.
Yes. What sections you get?
I don't know.
Because we're looking at. I was
The
looking at
$90 section.
floor. I was
$90
looking at
section,
floor,
yeah.
and they're like 150 to 2.
It's not terrible.
It's a good
I've
show. It's a
spent
great
more.
show. Yeah, it's an awesome show. The last time, it was funny. My friend Monique is one of his background singers. Has been since Bad Hair Day. But she normally doesn't tour with them.
Oh.
And so like this last show in like November or something like that, the lights are off. They start doing the first song and nobody's on stage yet. And I'm like, when you hear, she's got such an iconic, noticeable voice. She's like a Disney singer. When one of them sings, just
I know
like,
a couple. I know a
I
couple of
can
those.
see
Yeah.
that. Like whatever, you're like, I know that voice. I'm like, that sounds like Monique. Monique sings what weird. Oh, that's fucking right. I was just looking for the whole time. Shit, there she is. And he had a huge band. Had like a 15-piece band, horn
That's
section,
awesome.
background singers, dancers, everything, man. It's a good show.
Yeah,
It sounds like
it
a
was
great
great
show.
23 years ago.
And also, like, it wasn't lost on me that I've always looked at country music as being like one of the best genres because, like, okay, we go to metal shows, it's people my age or younger, you know, but like there's not 80-year-olds there, you know, like every genre has like again, you don't see a lot of young people, like, stuff that people in the 1940s listen to.
There's
Whatever.
80-year-olds. There's 80-year-olds at Alice Cooper shows.
I'm just saying, country
Yeah, but that's
music,
like
that's
Alice
different,
Cooper.
country music has like the best longevity of demographic in that you could be an 8-year-old or an 80-year-old and you can sing along and they have songs for you and you feel it.
Yeah,
right? And
and-
you know the words and you can sing all of them. And there's 4 generations between you. I experienced that at Weird Al, right? Because there's people that have been
Yes.
there since day one when Weird Al was coming out in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
And then there's people that just came on for the last couple of, Tacky and like whatever the last hits were.
Man,
off of Mandatory
Were
Fun.
people picking up on the Weird Al train that late?
If
Probably,
you were,
yeah.
I mean, yeah, if you were
Crazy.
7 years old in 2007, yeah, like you would have never heard of what was it, Frank's
Frank's
giant TV
2000-inch
store.
TV.
Yeah.
Like, why would you hear that one? That came out in
Well, 'cause
1988.
he has
I'm
the
surprised you
same-
remembered that song because nobody remembers that song. But I remember
has the same
shit.
staying power like South Park because you're continually parodying things that are current and relevant.
Exactly.
So when he does Foil, like anyone who was the right age when Royals came out,
uh-huh.
yeah.
they're like, oh my God, that's so, and it's the
Right.
same feeling that we had with Amish Paradise.
Exactly. And that's what I mean. When you're there live, like everyone wears
And it smells like
tropical
Nirvana.
vacation shirts, right?
And
Like
fat.
everybody's in like basically it's like going to a Jimmy Buffett concert. And like the dude, they played this song second, which I've never heard them play live before, and it's my favorite Weird Al song. It's from Bad Hair Day, and it's called Everything You Know Is Wrong. Do you know this song?
Yes, but I don't. I'm
The
not real
reason-
versed
I
on it.
think
The
I know
reason
it, but I'm not.
it's one of his
100%.
originals. It's not a
Right,
it's not a
it's not a
parody. It's not a
parody.
cover. And his originals, I think, are some of the
Some
the
of them are
best.
fantastic.
Yeah. And this one, I like as a kid, I remember just laughing because the first line's funny. He talks about underwear, but then like the more I listened to it, like the older I got, I realized like he's not breathing. Like when you hear him sing, I was driving down the freeway in the fast lane with a rabid Wolverine in my underwear when suddenly a guy behind me in the backstreet popped right out and paused his hands across my eyes. That's the first time he breathes. I see that
yeah.
Uncle Frank or Cousin Louie. Is it Bob or Joe or Walter? Could it be Bill or Tim or Ed or Bernie or Steve? I probably would have kept on guessing, but about that time I crashed into the truck. And as I'm lying bleeding, like then the next line, and then the
Yeah,
next line.
yeah.
And you're like, this came out in it was recorded in 93. They're not doing digital yet. Like, I don't know how they're overdubbing this. He's got 16 channels or whatever. Tape decks didn't have 100 channels.
Oh, I'm sure he just did it.
I'm
He
thinking,
probably did, but I mean, he could have punched in here and there.
but it doesn't. You would hear it. You know what I mean? In
Yeah.
tape, you would hear that kind of punching when you listen.
Maybe,
and
yeah.
the whole song is like he sings for 30 seconds, takes a breath, and now we're at the chorus. Takes a breath, and now we're at verse 2. Like he just doesn't breathe throughout the song.
Did you see his live performance of Albuquerque?
In Albuquerque, what do you mean?
I don't know if it was in, but
Oh.
it's another one of his originals from Running with Scissors.
Right.
It's an 11-minute song where he doesn't really do too much singing. It's just telling a story.
Yep.
And I don't think he performed it live for a little while. So the video I saw was from like 2008. Fucking nails every word, every cadence in this like spoken kind of thing
Yep.
for an 11.5-minute song. It was
Well,
impressive.
he's got
Good
one called
Lord.
Genius in France, which is a Frank Zappa tribute. And same thing, like if you've ever heard Zappa music before, like that shit took months to rehearse. And they've got a song that sounds basically just like it.
Uh-huh.
They play parts of it live, and you're like, this 140 seconds of the 2-hour show. This took you 8 hours. The rest of the show took an hour and a half. But like you spent 8 hours a day just on these 40 seconds just to get. And to me, that's when I'm like, that's the joke. The bigger joke is that there's jokes you can't even hear, you can't even see. But if you go looking for them, there they are. He's got one called Bob. That's every lyric is a palindrome, and it's sung in the style of
Bob Dylan.
Yeah. Go hey Slavi, I'm a lasagna hug. Like the whole song is
the video is the same.
I did hear that. I have heard that one. Yep.
But I mean, like he's just
that one's great.
You've got to go digging for the joke, and then you're like, you spent that much time on this. And it's so good. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Like that, again, it's like a South Park thing where you're just like that. There's no other way. Just brilliance. It's absolute brilliance.
And it's also, I think, so I used to kind of, I used to think that it was good to try to kind of define boundaries and pigeonhole things. And I was like, I don't like upbeat, happy music that's trying to take itself too seriously, right? I enjoy stuff like, Weird Al or They Might Be Giants or Ween or whatever. They're like, it's silly and we know it's silly and we're just leaning into it or what have you. But, Cake, fantastic. Absolutely fantastic. But realizing later just how hard Weird Al works to make stuff sound perfect and make all the visuals in the videos perfect. You know, somebody doing a parody and it's just kind of half-ass and silly, you know, that's the stuff of the lounge singer and the corner bar act. But this guy does it like seriously.
And he plays a mean accordion.
And it took me a long time to realize that though. Oh yeah, he's a phenomenal player.
But like that's part of the joke, because it's like, oh yeah, how good could you be an accordion? That fucking good? What?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah.
And then there's a polka, and I just keep thinking of like, it must be so much fun to be in his band, right? Because you get to do like, if you play in a cover band, you're doing like 3 hours of music, you get to cover a lot of genres.
Mm-hmm.
If you're just in a metal band, you only get to play metal, and that's not a bad thing. But dude, in Weird Al's band, you get to play hip hop, you get to play 80s synth pop, death metal, and polka, and everything in between. Come on, like that has got to be, like, as a player, that's got to be such a fun gig. Dracula really wants to go outside, doesn't he?
Yes,
also,
he does.
probably a difficult one, right? Like, just the mental wherewithal to hang on to all that stuff and time it, and maintain the stamina, because Al's got the stamina, and he's gonna absolutely rock everybody's socks off the entire time.
Well, that's another.
So you've got to be, you've got to be up, like James Brown's band. You know, like you guys, if you're not ready for it, if you're not capable, you're not going to succeed.
No. And him and Buddy Rich and a lot of those guys were like notorious, man. Like when they would play college towns, and they just be like, everyone knew you're auditioning tonight. If you mess up, if you're not hitting it, there's 50 people in the audience that could take your spot. Now I'll take them instead.
And they would want to gladly.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Well, guys, we should probably wrap this up. It's been about an hour. We try to keep them about an hour.
Okay.
Yeah, because otherwise, like all my other podcasts, I go 2-3 hours. I won't shut the fuck up. Jim, though, he wants to keep it an hour.
Ask Chris. I never shut the fuck up just being in the studio.
It takes him 20 minutes to get out the door.
Yeah. You need to work on your no or your goodbyes.
Yeah, that's right.
And Nam, that was my brother, Jason. Like, we'd be talking to people, and then as soon as we're like, okay, we'll see you, shake hands, start walking away.
Jason
turn around, what the fuck? Where's Jason? He started his conversation like, that's not how you say goodbye. You say goodbye by not going, oh, and by the way, I love to sing it. I have to tell you something. Like, no, that's how you keep conversations going.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, thanks for inviting us, bro. I know Chris has been on here a few times. This is a fun little experience that I haven't gotten to do.
I'm excited to play drums next time.
Next time.
Maybe we should actually play something.
Yeah, we'll have both rooms.
I'll try to get some mojo working and try to knock some of the rust off.
Let's do it, baby.
Let's write a Misfit song that is Alex Jones quotes.
Yes.
Oh God! Oh Jesus Christ!
We'll call it cancel culture.
Hey, that's good.
Shit.